Hello, I am Robert Hopkins from BAYFLEX Solutions. I will talk about mechanical endurance testing for flexible electronics during design and during manufacturing. BAYFLEX Solutions provides mechanical endurance test equipment and solutions for flexible materials and devices, including data collection and data analysis. Our customers include leading manufacturers and developers of consumer electronics, defense systems, medical devices, governments, and academia. BAYFLEX is the exclusive distributor for Yuasa System, a leading manufacturer of precision mechanical endurance test systems with more than 1,400 installed systems. Flexible devices are presenting a new challenge to us. We need new manufacturing techniques throughout the flexible ecosystem. Endurance testing is critical in the design phase. You need to understand how your product will be used and test for those conditions. If you skip the design phase for endurance testing, you will find that you have to do it later when it will cost more. Endurance testing is critical in manufacturing. You need to ensure that all your delivered product meets your standards. Homemade testers cannot give test results consistent among different organizations. Data will not be consistent. Analyses will give different results. Yuasa test systems use standard motor drives that work interchangeably with various test jigs. Over 120 combinations are possible. Custom designs are available. Buy one motor and operate several different jigs with that single motor, or buy one motor per jig if you want them operating simultaneously. Add modules for data collection like resistance, voltage, temperature, and image capture from different angles. You can integrate the test systems into existing environmental chambers, and we hope to introduce our multi-environment desktop later in 2021. One of our workhorse systems is the FS tension-free U-shaped folding tester. This video shows a liquid wire strain sensor on the FS tester, the tester that won a Flexi award. You can test linear or planar samples. You can detect delamination. The FS offers rapid, repeatable motion without applying tension to the sample. The FS can be used as a stretching tester also. One FS version has a cartridge so you can easily remove a sample for examination and put it back in exactly the same mounted position. And we have versions for use in hostile environments. We offer dedicated stretching machines also. They can test linear or planar objects. The ST can stretch a sample as much as 120 millimeters. The tension can be as much as 70 Newton meters. I am stretching the same liquid wire strain sensor in this video. The ST can be customized for hostile environments. And we have other stretching machines that offer greater tension and longer stretching. We have a variety of torsion or twisting machines. The most popular units are the FT for planar objects and the TW for linear objects like cables or smaller planar objects. They can be used to detect cracks or tears from twisting. The video simulates a medical wearable on skin, starting with moderate twisting and progressing to quite significant twisting. The jig is the TW. The FT is a tension-free twisting jig. The fixed clamp moves back and forth exactly the right amount to keep tension off the sample during twisting. Other twisters require a counterweight to keep the sample tight between the clamps, and thus they apply tension to the sample. With our FT tension-free twister, you can separate the variables, test for torsion and test for tension one at a time to investigate the functional performance of the material. We have motor jig combinations that can twist as much as plus and minus 10 full revolutions. This certainly can handle any twisting you might expect from wringing out a wearable that you have washed. With endurance testing, we gather data that determines how the repeated motion is affecting the sample. Examples of data that can be gathered are resistance, voltage, temperature, and appearance changes like cracks or delamination. Complex supply chains should have remote access to test data, real-time access, and sometimes remotely control the test. Today we are introducing FlexData, a cloud-based hardware and software solution that offers all these features integrated with BAYFLEX Yuasa test machines. In the past, we have offered our ECP, External Controller Package, that allows laptop control and measurement of resistance using a Hioki resistance meter. FlexData is ECP on steroids. FlexData can use the Hioki meter or various Keithley meters and gathers much more data than ECP. In this video, I am using both meters plus a camera mounted above the sample. The laptop controls the speed of the test, measurements, and takes photos of the sample. The data is simultaneously available on your cloud. Other metrics can be handled on a customization basis. Let's take a look at the FlexData app on my laptop. You set up machines and meters on this page. Select up to 10 channels on each meter. The camera is mounted directly over the samples, thanks to liquid wire for the strain sensor on the left and to imprint energy for the flexible battery on the right. Use building blocks to set up an experiment, in my case 100 sets of 3 cycles. Every third cycle the machine stops for measurements and a photo. Another template lets you use your older ECP programs. A table shows the results of every measurement. You see the operating jig and the data building up. Data columns include battery voltage, strain sensor resistance, ambient temperature, and photos. A dashboard lets you see the measurement table, a graph of the data, and the algorithm highlighting the current status of the experiment. You can view any of the sample photos. And as I have said, your data is stored simultaneously in a cloud on the internet. You can use your browser to view the data. You can remotely watch the data build up in the cloud as the experiment progresses. We will offer FlexPack, a combination of our most popular desktop testers, including folding, stretching, and bending. It is a cloud-based data capture and analysis system that lets you use meters you already have, like the Yoki resistance meter and Keithley 6500 digital multimeters. We have one low price for the endurance test machine and jig and FlexData software. Cloud storage would be supplied on a pay-as-you-go basis. We supply environmental chambers that hold some of our jigs. Normally, these systems are large and require dedicated rooms and infrastructure. Typically, these chambers control only temperature and humidity. Other dedicated units are generally required to handle other hazards, like saltwater, pressurization, ultraviolet, etc. We can provide retrofit kits to handle tandem operations. We believe what is needed today is something more suitable to a desktop, a setup that would allow you to immerse the jig and sample in water or salt water. The CS jig that I am showing in these videos can be operated underwater, or in hot or cold environments, or UV, in the presence of a gas, and in other hostile environments. The system should fit on a desktop, just like our motors and jigs. And of course, you should not be required to stock up on dry ice or put a bathtub in your laboratory. Introducing our Pico concept, the desktop alternative to large legacy chambers. Pico fits on a desktop. No need for large standalone chambers. Pico allows multiple simultaneous environmental hazards to be introduced to determine their effects on your sample. Lower high temperature, humidity, gases, UV, pressurization, alone or in combination. Pico will be a reality soon, not a concept. BAYFLEX Solutions offers several ways you can use the testers. You can purchase or lease short-term or long-term, and we offer customization of test machines. Plus, we can test samples for you. We have test facilities in the US and in Japan. BAYFLEX and UASA have been a test equipment provider to NextFlex since 2017. We have just completed the new agreement that expands the portfolio of our tools that are available at the NextFlex lab in San Jose. These tools are available for NextFlex to conduct their own experiments, as well as available to NextFlex members and to BAYFLEX and our customers. If you have questions about these possibilities, please visit our website at www.bayflextechnologies.com or contact Bobby Sablock, bsablock@bayflextechnologies.com. I thank you very much for your attention.